I think we're live.
And we're live.
Yo, what's up? Wait,
What's
let me
good?
give this a retweet.
Yo, what's
Myself
good,
as
everybody?
well.
What's up,
Give me a
everyone?
retweet in the chat.
Boop, boop, boop.
What happened to the title? What is it?
I don't know.
Token. Who went with
Still
tokens
shows.
versus NFTs? That's not right.
Yeah.
I didn't make
Yeah.
it. I just got here.
That Catalyst post. That's the wrong. That's not our title.
Wait.
That's what
we're
I've been
missing-
reading on.
We're missing
Who set
someone.
me up?
Who are we missing? I think we're missing the Latin.
Jared.
Oh, we
sensei-
just lost one.
JRP!
Yeah. Yo, no one wants this tokens versus NFTs. No one's gonna come listen to us.
Why are you funding the show, man? We just started.
Yo, I'm out of
He's
here.
like,
This
"That's
is
it. I'm
bad. What's up, everyone?
Yo, what's good, everybody? Yeah, I refreshed the wrong screen. I was trying to pop up the live stream on the Kettles account. If you're already here, shout out to everybody who's listening in. If you're not, definitely dive in. I'm actually going to pull it up so we can keep up with the comments. But welcome to B.I.G. once again. Every single week, we're coming back at you with the best, brightest minds in Web3 gaming to talk about the pressing issues that are happening, and in just generally speaking, some industry news that can help us understand a little bit more about where Web3 gaming is going. With me, I'm accompanied by our co-host, Jordan, who's building Eureka. Jordan, how are you doing today?
Yo, I am doing great. A little sleepy, ready to settle into this co-host chair, ready to talk both business and gaming.
By the way, real quick to interrupt because our title currently sucks, and I'm not gonna pretend that it doesn't. Which one you guys want to go with? I figured out how to change it.
Yo, is Mon gonna make it?
Yeah, am I gonna make it or am I on to the moon? Question mark.
It's sinking. That's all I can say. That is nothing but a life fact, right? I was actually.
Is
checking
it?
them
What's
out.
the price? I thought they went up.
I was gonna say, what is the price right now for Mon?
I'm gonna look right now. Hold on.
Let me check them out.
It's at 40 cents.
Mon.
I mean,
Yeah, it's at 40 cents.
it's at 40
There we
mil.
I updated it.
Nice. Appreciate
Yo,
it.
it's pretty good. Yo, honestly, chart looks good.
Yeah,
I honestly think the celebrity stuff is hotter, but fucking we ball.
What do you mean by that?
I just think more people
I
in
just don't
our
think-
immediate
I just
bubble
don't
are
think
gonna.
that many people care about mine.
All I'm saying is I saw Iggy Azalea shaking ass, and I don't know if that was real or not, but I'm a little concerned with that celebrity shit. So
All
we
right,
can
but
talk
let's
about both.
Kick it back
So
to our host.
Should we make it
Sorry.
celebs rug Web3?
I think we'll all right. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. I would love to chat about Mon, but first of all, let's dive into some intros for our panelists. Mizzy, how are you doing today?
What's up, everyone? I am apparently this week's annoying disruptor of B.I.G. Sorry about that. Co-founder
This
at
week?
Catalyst and Paladins DAO. Multi-hyphenate creative, writer, whatever you want to call me. I mean, I create all forms of content. I'm a gamer. I live by that shit, die by that shit. Let's fucking go. Kicking it over to Mr. Consul. What's up, Consul? How you doing today, bro?
Let's go.
Yo, what's good to everybody? You can see I've already made it, so I'm not here to rug you. Nah, I'm just joking. My name is Consul. And I'm the community lead over at Bigger. That's a brief intro. Yeah.
Let's go.
Passing it over to Hodo.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Hado, the greatest content creator on earth. I don't know what the limits of my content is. Now apparently I'm running diss tracks, and they're gonna keep coming until something changes. And yeah, I like to play games, and I like playing fighting games, MOBAs, shooters, etc. X Defiant was the latest shooter that I played, and I'm hooked. Thank you, Clouds, for getting me hooked on another game.
Nice. And then also congrats to Hado, who just recently hit 5 million impressions this month. Let's go.
Hey,
Yo.
The last 3 months, and now we're in the money. Elon, pay me, my nigga, pay me.
it's the haircut. It's the haircut, buddy.
The haircut. I'm not gonna lie, the haircut has boosted my ego tremendously. I don't look homeless anymore.
Hey, that's the way it should be. And then
It's always good to see you in good spirits, man.
Thank you, appreciate that.
nice. And finally, we have
Yo.
Sir doing a whole bunch of shit. Sir, how are you doing today?
I am doing well. Yeah, a little under the weather. I don't know why I said I'm well. I'm not. I don't feel like shit, but I'm here. That's the important part.
Yeah,
She
no,
plays some Celine Dion, buddy.
Oh, it's coming. Just wait.
yeah, we got to get you right. Obviously, there's a lot going on. You know, we're going to talk about Mon and the prices there, and kind of like, are they going to make it? Who knows? The celebrity kind of trend that we're seeing that I actually think is really bullish for us, and I definitely going to be a top single, but I think it just proves, you know, the tech is kind of
Bottom signal. Start signal.
yeah, start single. Let's go.
It's a bottom signal depending on which celebrity you're talking about.
And then finally, we're going to talk about like general news and like the X sphere. They recently raised $6 billion. I think X is important because it's where a lot of Web3 games go to market to. And so seeing that they have some money coming in kind of on the side, it seems like it is always beneficial. But first of all, let's give a quick introduction to like Mon. Mon Protocol recently launched. I think they hit a high of like 56 cents. It's currently sitting at like 40 cents, saw a low of like 36 cents. Generally speaking, I think it's one of the tokens that we've seen that people were hoping to launch at like 200 mil market cap, but it's currently at 40. What is Mon? Mon Protocol, from what I think it is ultimately like a discoverability platform that it showcases that they have all these gamers that they want to push over to all of these other games. It's actually been super successful in terms of how they're bringing attention to the games that they're partnering up with. There's a lot of eyes on them. Is that because they have a great product or great marketing? Probably both. I don't really know what the product is, but passing it over to Jordan to hear some of his thoughts and maybe how he relates it to Eureka and how he's planning on doing some things in the future.
So I don't really know what to think with the Pixelmon thing. Because look, like I was at GDC and they threw the swankiest party anybody threw. We were on like a sexy rooftop. They had really strong unlimited free drinks, really good free sushi. They were, you know, and so I'm like, oh, I guess this is a super successful project. And then they go and they launch their token, and they're one of the few, you know, gaming world tokens that like the price is doing pretty good. And so I'm like, I guess they're a successful project. And clearly nothing else matters, right? So who's to say anything? I don't know that that's a bad thing. It's, you know, it's about like, what are they going to do with this? Right? They've got a mascot named Kevin. It's the only mascot I can tell you the name of in Web3. Like, looks like they're doing a lot of shit really well, even though I couldn't really tell you what it is, right? It's good for our industry if a core player in it is successful, as long as they don't go and rug everyone or, you know, do something bad. I think they're like surprisingly far along on the financials, given how early it feels like they are and everything else. And either they're going to keep managing to keep that train rolling and they'll catch up to it eventually, or at some point it'll, you know, catch up to them.
Yeah.
I want to ask.
Sorry, Console, what do you think?
But I just want to ask Jordan which chart he's looking at, because I'm looking at the 7-day, and I don't know if that says what you said. Are you looking at the daily? Because on the daily, the token is definitely pumped, or rather recovered, because at this point it's recovery, right?
I mean, I think it's a little premature to look on a daily chart.
Yeah, you should go week to week or month to month to see like actual like inflows of liquidity, because day to day could change very rapidly, and it's a very volatile space.
I guess I'm looking on Gate.io's chart of it on TradingView, and I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, and I see a low at 31 cents and then another low. It just like held at 34, and now it looks like it's pushing up to actually go for another push. Not financial advice. I'm a moron.
So one thing that I want the panel to discuss is like, do you have to have a successful product to be successful, or do you just have to have a successful launch of a token?
This token seems like a pretty successful product to me.
Before we get into that, let me shout out the crowd real quick, guys. Shout out Doc. Always great to have you, bro. Shout out Ramen, the #1 noodle in all of Web3. You already know. You know, some days he's angel hair, sometimes he's udon. It depends.
Ramen, what you feeling today? What kind of noodle are you?
Oh, we even got Jordan in the chat. What the fuck?
Yo, we got, look at that. Yo, we know everyone.
Oh
Shout out
man,
to
let's
you
get it. All right, go ahead, guys.
Yeah. Okay. On my part, I'm looking at the 7 daily, and these guys are under. And in fact, it seems like they launched and sank, right? And I was somewhat looking into Mon. I love the fact that you've not been able to describe what Mon is, Jordan. JRP, you also seem to have a shaky definition, and so do I. Are they a quest platform? Are they a game publisher? What is it? But the thing which stood out is the fact that they had an airdrop campaign. And is it possibly people just saying, adios, thank you for your time? Now it's time to
Yes.
sell.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that because, look, I don't know what all there is to do. Like, honestly, you guys are informing me right now in real time. And it sounds like everyone's confused. So if 3 of the 6 people here are confused, which is half of us, right? That's not a good sign, right? And a lot of people, I looked at the timeline, like for the actual drop, right? Apparently people were grinding for 3 months and got pennies, and they were not happy about that. So a huge component to the selling could be, I don't like what I received from the airdrop, so I'm out. Adios.
Yeah, but I mean,
Adios.
judging by that metric, they didn't get enough to make the price. So who's taking it?
Yeah. Yo, can we make this stream title, What Does Pixelmon Do? And maybe we can get some answers. If anybody knows,
I'm on
like,
their
right,
website.
I'm
I'm
not
on
saying
their
their
website
plan.
now.
Like, what are they doing currently?
To me, it looks like they're trying to be a publisher. Like I'm on their website. It looks like they
Okay,
got a
I know,
few
I'm on it
games
too.
under the belt. And what I will say, I think is really cool. And I don't know if this is what is really like pushed them along. Like I love their focus on IP. Like I love that they've already committed to like 12 animated episode of anime. They got like a comic book coming out.
But like, about what? These Kevin?
Yeah, these characters, like I mean, they're trying to develop
Okay.
new IP. I don't know if that's what's going to make it awesome.
God, they've
I
got
still
crazy investors and partners, right?
right,
Like,
and which
that's
also
Yeah.
that's why
that's
they're
the thing.
launching a token first, and they're just like that's what I don't know. It upsets me. It is what it is. I know we're all still focused on like UA, but it would just be cool to see like I don't know some like retention tactics, like I don't know, just some focus other than a token. Like before,
I mean, they have these 4 games. They have
casual. They have some.
No, they have 2 mid-core games, whatever
Yeah.
that means.
but they're not out yet.
What is
But
it?
Can I say something
but
that
the
stood out
website
to me?
shows gameplay videos at least. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They also have a sick trailer, right? They also have a sick trailer. So definitely it seems they're building up
mean,
to something.
So did
But one thing
Alien
that stood out
Covenant,
to me
and that
is this.
movie kind of sucked.
Let me tell you one thing that stood out to me, and it all made sense, right? I scrolled their socials. They're definitely in the 1Ms plus in terms of followers. But then I scroll further down and I look at their Twitter spaces and I see 600. And that just made sense to me off the bat.
Oh, yeah, bots.
You know what I mean, right? Howdo?
Yeah, bots. I mean, okay, let's go back to the original question here of do you need a successful product or not? And I think it's a mixture of it, of both. Like, yeah, you need to have a good launch, but there has to be a good product behind that launch. Because in my opinion, when you're going to market with anything, literally anything in a market, you have to have a working product in mind that you're looking to boost, right? So there has to be some sort of proof of concept that people can relate to or say, oh yeah, I've used this before. And all these people that are here to help the launch are just hyping up the event of the launch, right? But you still have to have a product working. So
Do you?
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Because here's the thing. If we talk about Nyan Token real quick, the Nyan Token launch, in my opinion, was a huge failure because the claim thing was just, fucking horrible. It was terrible. It took too long to do it. I stayed up till 8 a.m. I still didn't get my token until the next day, right? But there's a product there in the game. And then the thing is, there is no token usage yet, right? So there's no skins to buy. There's no like cost for like crafting or anything. There's no utility. Exactly. So I do think that there has to be a product to use the token. I don't think that you can just do the speculation bubble anymore. I think that ship has sailed a long time ago.
But the Mon token is doing well.
For now, I mean,
Listen.
Well, if you're
I
targeting
do
100
think
hold on.
I
If you're
just-
targeting 100 million market cap, you don't make that. Is that doing well? That's like saying if a movie comes out and you are targeting this amount of sales, and you
Okay,
didn't
wait,
make
wait.
that
Actually,
amount of sales.
let's define doing well. What
Okay.
I define doing well as is what's it called? The like average buy price thing, right? Where a token doing well is the majority of the people who bought it early, who you were selling it to, are they happy because the price is above where they got it, or at least that I would call that doing well, right? I don't care if a project's at a 10 million market cap or a $1 billion market cap. If I bought it at 10x lower, I'm happy. Like I don't and I would call it doing well. Like I don't really care what the market cap of Pixelmon is. Like, oh, we thought it would launch at 100 million, it launched at 40. If they launched it at 5 million and now it was at 40, everyone would be saying it's doing amazingly. Like none of so I think that's at least at my internal metric. What I mean when I'm saying like doing well is like, oh, you're not down bad if you bought in, and it's like good enough that you're probably happy to keep holding.
Right, but what I'm simply stating is if a company is trying to hit X metric and they make that public knowledge and it doesn't hit that metric, it's a failure of a launch. Because you get like at movies do this all the time. They want to target like $1 billion in sales, and they get like 500 million in sales, and everyone's like, that's great, and it's like, no, it's not. We didn't make a profit.
Well, especially it's not if they spent 300 million on production, which means they spent 300 million on promotion, and now they're down.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I was gonna say. I mean,
But
like,
let me ask. Yeah, sorry, Sasi.
No, I was just gonna say it just like I like the relationship to like movies because like isn't your sales doesn't really matter. It's like compared to like what you spent. And like you said, if they've been going out like crazy at these parties and just like burning money, then it does kind of that is more indicative of like the price afterwards of like successful or not.
Right.
Right.
But the real question here is, and I love that Hodo also brought in 9 heroes to this conversation because I'm looking at their charts, right? I'm trying to make generational wealth ASAP. And I look at their charts from when I last checked, right? It also sank. Is it a moon issue or is Web3 gaming just not hot and AI is where the attention is these days? Is it moon or is it Web3 gaming at large?
That's
all tokens narrative plays.
Well, I think
right?
Look, I think we're leaving the speculator bubble. We've had that, and now the question is, can you bring utility, right? Because you look at Solana, a lot of people were in my circles were like, why is Solana pumping? It's just VCs, blah blah blah. It's like that might be true, but look at what is happening on Solana. A lot of fucking daily active users. A lot
Solana
of
has
things.
Great utility.
Yeah, great fucking utility. So there's no wonder why that token is moving up, right? It's no wonder why the ecosystem continues to build out and stall sometimes because there's too many users. They haven't found a way to balance all that traffic, right? So again, I think it comes down to like what is the token used for? What's the utility on it? And with these games, the obvious utility to me is insert any idea V-Buck, right? Season battle pass, challenges, entrances into tournaments, skins, building maps, like literally anything that's transactional is the easiest sell for me for a token. Does Mon have any of that?
All right, so you guys are forgetting one big fundamental thing, and that it's technically Mon has delivered a series of mini games that people have made a lot of money from. People have enjoyed, participated in. They had their Flappy Bird fucking reskin or whatever that they did with Kevin. I participated in that shit. I got a nice bag. So it was cool, but at the end of the day, it was fucking Flappy Bird. Like I wasn't, impressed or anything, but it was great usage of IP. I think what they've done is they found a way to take the meme that is Kevin. They've created a sequence of mini games that have in the past, similar to like Zynga with Sugartown, had very lucrative prize pools, right? The airdrop itself sucked, but where the alpha is with like Pixelmon is the tournaments, the leaderboard events, things like that. So they have gotten a good amount of love and a good amount of user acquisition through that because there's a lot of people that fuck with Mon because of these mini games and these events that they've had. However, a lot of those people also just participated in the played airdrop, which was fucking. I mean, it was terrible. It was horrible. It was disgusting. But it's one of those things where is this enough to betray the trust of the players that look at Pixelmon, right? Pixelmon's done like a really good job of just being like this indie band that popped off and like does its own thing. It's not really in our bubble, you know. It's not really like it's like we know about it, we fuck with it, but none of the core Web3 gaming audience is like playing Pixelmon related things on a regular, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I find them interesting from the perspective that they understood that it's not enough to just be like a popping game or a popping game ecosystem. It's like when I look at Mon, I look at someone that's essentially trying to accomplish like everything. Like, yeah, we have the IP, we have mini games, but we're gonna be a publisher because we know how to get attention better than the rest of you motherfuckers.
Exactly. And that's the one thing that they're doing, that it's like the one necessary thing, that there's plenty of great games doing all the other stuff right that aren't doing a good job of doing. And it's the only thing you need to do. Like Mon has shown an ability to time and time again get attention and sustain it. And you know what that's going to make them, if they make it? A fantastic publisher. And you know what our industry freaking needs? A fantastic publisher, right? And like, we don't need it yet because the games aren't like fully there, but if someone's going to step into those shoes, like it should, you know, they'll be in a great position to do it.
Yeah, no, I hear that definitely. But I'm scrolling their website right now as we speak. I'm looking at the gameplay. I definitely love that they're going for this casual, easy to onboard, easy game loop type of thing. But A, does this have the right intention? And B, if this gameplay is what they're gonna release or they've released, is it gonna be on mobile? If it's on mobile, how are they gonna integrate the Web3 aspect there? We all know about the publishing issues, the platform issues, right? It just seems like a very sticky strategy that they're going for here,
I have
right?
a pretty
Where's the
good
innovation?
answer for you. I have a good answer for you. Sui's making consoles. Zilka was going to make a console. I don't know if they still are. Solana has a phone. So I definitely think hardware is the next step for them to get into that mobile market. So you either make Apple comply, you fight with Apple and deal with them and put yourself on Android. Because I agree with you. This is more of a mobile type shit. And I think honestly, there's a lot of money to be made in mobile. A lot of people underestimate that all the time.
But it's very competitive as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if they need to do like, this is a lack of information on my part, but is this more of an Asian based region thing, or is this like more global than that?
The anime stuff definitely, in my opinion, would be aiming for that demographic.
Yeah, because Southeast Asia is really big on mobile, right? So that's why I want to get that clarification, because I think that mobile gaming in the States could be done a bit better, obviously, but overseas, mobile gaming is pretty, like, they actually compete in tournaments for big prize pools in China in mobile. So there's a lot of like leeway there for mobile gaming. So it's not going to hit like the core PC master race people like myself, but you'd be an idiot not to say that this is not going to be successful in that regard. And I do agree it's going to be competitive, but they already have like a daily active users and fan base and stuff. So it'd be an easy like switch to like get people in from Web 2, I think.
I want to add on that, just generally speaking, for what they want to do, the tech's not there. Like if they wanted to cross share with people like within their games that this game has this NFT and this game has this NFT and can you collab with each other, that currently isn't doable. Like they have to have the right infrastructure to do that. And if they don't have that, then how can they be a publisher? Because how are they sharing in the users that are coming in through like Mon as like the publishing studio, right? Or the publisher itself. There's a lot that needs to get figured out. And obviously the token has to be a part of that, to like be a part of that wheelhouse. They, I think, want to go down, and if someone can look this up, that would be great, like the Magic route, right? Like they have Treasure, it has a whole bunch of these games, and they want to route people into like these games, and they have a questing system within their game. They have the ability to like if I collect something in Mighty Action Heroes, maybe I can actually get something in the Beacon. Like that is something that they need to focus in on. And obviously we're all talking about like, we don't really know what Mon has to that degree, but like,
right, we're sitting here basically just giving Mon ideas, right? Like of what they should do for all we know, right? Like,
yeah.
True.
because like, yeah, sorry, if we continue.
I mean, yeah, I want to look into like what's the price of Magic, because like their market cap, I think that's what we should be comparing them to, right? Is like, what does someone in the market have that they're trying to aim for? And now obviously no one has it figured out, but like we're getting there at least a little bit by little.
Yeah, you're speaking a bit about the interoperability that a lot of people were talking about back in 22.
Yep.
A lot of people were saying, let's get interoperability and have NFTs cross between different games. And it's like, if you get something in this game, you get something else in the other game. And I think it's a great idea, but you're right. The infrastructure has to be there for that to work.
Yo, Magic, this chart looks good. Again, not financial advice, but goddamn.
What are we
The
at?
chart looks, so it's not the current price. It's just its overall structure. It's like it's up against the same resistance that it's been messing around with for over a year now, and looks it just held a nice wick low really strongly. If it looks like it's going to break up, and then the next target for that would be at least the last high, which it's at 85 cents right now. That would be like $1.60. Like on this next move up, I don't know. A lot of these gaming tokens look kind of primed. And it's like, here's the thing, like we were talking about with price, right? Like Nyan's chart. Nyan's chart looks really good to me as like a token chart to buy. I'm trying to pull it back up. They just launched too high, right? Like that's like Nyan launched at, oh no, they didn't. I just pulled it up on another thing. Where did they launch? They launched at 7 cents?
You're looking at the 15-minute chart. Can you look at zoom out and give us the larger picture? Because I think
the problem with these trading view charts is like you don't necessarily know if this was launch or if it was just when Bybit started. They launched on Bybit. I'm looking at Bybit.
Yeah,
Either
Bybit
way,
had like a really high intro into Nyan. I remember seeing that.
Either way, like Console was saying about Mon's games, if Mon wants to be a publisher, they don't have to make good games themselves. These games here like are essentially kind of what like Hato and JRP was talking about, like. I think Mizzy was saying it. Their brand, it's marketing, right? Like the points of these games is just to extend the brand out and to get catchy in people's minds. If Pixelmon wants to be a publisher, they just need to sign deals with good games and publish and distribute those. And the only thing they need to be good at then, it doesn't even honestly like JRP. Like I don't even think it matters if the tech is really there yet. In the back end to like correctly handle the token and all the games that they're integrating, doing that, because you can do that with like Web 2 accounting, right? And you can just kind of like it doesn't have to be perfectly seamless on chain yet. And so like the only thing if they want to be a publisher that they need to be good at is getting attention on the shit that they publish. It's like Ronin is effectively a publisher for the single digit games that Ronin puts out. Right. And by Ronin being a good publisher, all they're really doing is saying, hey, former Axie players, put that money into Pixels. Right. But it worked incredibly well to publish and distribute Pixels as a gigantic game.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting as you say that, Jordan, is the fact that the traditional space, right? Gaming as we know it, Web 2 gaming, as we like to call it, is narrowing down. They don't want to release that many games anymore. They just want that slim, good title that they can get out there and make it a live service game eventually. That's what's going on this side.
I think they're all playing themselves though with that. Honestly.
Yeah. But on the other side, we have just a volume game, because this seems like it's a volume game. Tie it to the token. Hope one of them goes up, and that uplifts the whole portfolio of everything, right?
Yep.
That contrast is very interesting to me.
Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot to talk about, like just generally tokens, but I think we should like move forward to the next topic.
I was about to say the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Mon will figure it out. I think a lot of people will figure it out. I actually
anyone in the chat, if you know what Mon does, let us know.
Infrastructure is now there to enable that. Like their web is doing that for Treasure. We're doing that for Zai. We're doing that for a variety of different people. So like, I'm not going to say anything, but like we're talking to a couple of people, possibly the people that we're talking about, and like they're actively looking for solutions. And I think they know that they can get attention. But now it's like, how can we execute so that all of the Web3 natives will go in and actually buy our token and push the price up? Because that's going to bring in more people, right? Talking about bringing in more people, we've seen a rise of celebrities coming in and launching tokens. I think Hado mentioned that Igazalea is one of those. I saw that like Antonio Brown had DM'd Jesus to talk more about his token. There's a lot of shit happening. Like, how do we feel about this? I saw a take from Jonah yesterday that I really liked, which was meme coins and celebrity tokens are a game. Like, it ultimately is like you're playing their game, and you're either going to lose a lot of money or you can make a lot of money. How do you all feel about that? Is that a game actually?
It is an unregulated casino that is going to bring in a lot of users and get a lot more people pissed off, but it could jumpstart people to like look for something more real than those meme tokens. Because actually there's some pretty decent meme tokens out there that have pretty good communities that are very catering and not extractive to people. They're more like to help people in a way. But I don't know, man. I saw something from the SEC putting out a warning. Don't invest into those things. And I was kind of shocked that they did that so fast because the government takes forever to do anything. But I don't know, man. It's up for grabs at this point. I don't know.
I think even Davido has a celebrity token, right? The Nigerian prince. But truly, wasn't this also happening in the NFT space?
Yeah, and then he rugged it.
Right?
That's what I was. Yeah, I mean, to me, it just reminds me, 2021. Like, it were just like it was an ultimate top signal, and it just fucking went downhill real quick from there.
I mean,
is this a top signal? Like, I think I agree with Jordan. Like, it's a bottom signal, if anything. Like,
yeah,
they're going in and they're trying shit out, right?
This is my tinfoil hat conspiracy take that Jordan will disagree with.
Here we go, Hana.
I believe that they're doing this to accelerate regulations. So a lot of people are going to get hurt. A lot of people are going to make money. And then the celebrities are going to get, a slap on the wrist for them, which is like a fine or some sort. They're not going to get jail time.
So you think, so there's like a group of people who wants to regulate the shit out of crypto, who is like, okay, let's go like have these celebrities pump this sketch shit up that's so clearly sketch, but is going to get a bunch of retail people in, wreck retail, and then we're going to swoop in and say we need all this regulation.
Yeah, problem, reaction, solution. Absolutely.
I have one question for you on that.
Okay.
There's already huge problems in this industry and tons of retail people getting wrecked. Can't they just do it? Like, what? Like, literally, who in Congress is stopping them from regulating us? Right? Like, why do they like? Isn't it so much simpler that this is just some celebrities wanting to make some money and some people taking advantage?
Wait, hold on.
It's a conspiracy.
Wait. I can actually step in here and defend
the celebrities are in on it individually. I agree with Biz completely.
No, the thing is, politicians really just move with what is hot and what's trending, right? So maybe they need more pain so that their stance has more backing, maybe. But that's a tinfoil hat conspiracy all in all. I think what's interesting is they're all launching on Sol. Is that what I'm seeing?
It's because that's the place for the shit coins, right? That's Sol's great utility.
All right, let me jump in on this.
It's the DJ heaven.
Before I do, chat, what do you guys think? Like, do you think it's a conspiracy? Like, how do, tinfoil man over here is suggesting? Do you think, that this is gaming? I don't want to, say it in disrespect, but probably the biggest meme coin degen on this panel can tell you it's a fucking game. You're there for gains, and the game is how rich can I get? That's what it is, right?
Yep.
You're not thinking of things logically. Your job when you're trading meme coins is how dumb can I possibly get? That's literally like how high can I get so that I can reach a level of IQ that isn't going to think things through logic and is just going to ape shit. And that's when you make the most money. It's when I insult my intelligence, which is why I can no longer do it, because being a founder requires me to be way too into like logical thinking than is required for being a meme coin degen. It's a game. Do I think that there's someone orchestrating this? Yes, because I've actually been on that side of the business, and I know for a fact that a lot of these guys share a very similar infrastructure behind working. as soon as you see Bruce Jenner aping into some shit, it's not that far of a road from Trippie Redd, I could tell you, or Rich the Kid. I have had campaigns where I paid 1 or 2 agencies and all these names were on the list. Right?
Alpha.
So for me, it's not a far gone conclusion at all. I was actually very surprised not to see Travis, Tyga. They all share the same business, Deal Flow Network. It's no different than Web3 gaming, to be honest with you. Like, it's not that far of a reach. Do I think it's the government personally? I don't know. I think the government might just benefit from this because of how these LA agencies work, because that's where all this shit is being run through. All roads lead to LA right now, right? Solana is a very big LA centric chain. You got Caitlyn Jenner, Iggy Azalea, which isn't, again, Playboy Cardi shares the same network that all these other guys do when it comes to deal flow. So Iggy Azalea, that's his baby mama. It's really not that hard for her to get involved.
Wait, really?
So I think absolutely, yeah.
I didn't know. I don't follow celebrities.
So, yeah, bro. Like I said, in my previous job, there's a reason that I like to remain low key. Like, these things bubble up really quickly, right? And I think it's a really big LA agency that's just like, fuck it, we're just gonna run this shit up because there's a lot of money in it, and by default, it's gonna end up dragging other people into it. But I also, before I shut the fuck up, because I've been talking for a long time,
keep cooking.
The last thing I want to say is what I found the most interesting, which confirmed to me that it's probably one of the agencies that I used to work with that's behind this shit, is that on the Jenner contract, there's a line of code you can look it up on Etherscan, that allows a Kardashian managed wallet to mint 10 million tokens whenever the fuck they feel like it.
I remember reading that.
So this is a very, very, like, it goes deep.
Dark.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's where, like, Hato, like, I completely agree that, like, the reason why this agency or these celebs didn't, like, immediately get a cease and desist, don't fuck around from the SEC letter, is because witnessing this, the people who want to regulate would be very happy for this to blow up in everyone's face and have yet another reason to roll in and say, see, this stuff is dangerous. But I don't think that means that it's the origination. Like Mizzy's saying, I think this is way easier to do than we're all treating it like it is. Right? I don't think it's that difficult for someone with the right connection to get a number of celebrities pumping their tokens, especially like, hey, we're going to pay you, right? Like, celebrities get constant deals like, hey, you want to promote this product? And they're always get freaking my man Larry David got caught up in FTX, right? Because Larry David just like asked some of his rich friends and they were like, oh yeah, FTX is legit. And so he did this, huge ad with them. Larry David didn't do any due diligence on FTX. And even if he had, the whole problem with FTX is like everyone just like looked at their rich friends. It was like, oh, they're in it, I'm in it, right? It's just like all of the, all of the funds and everyone just like treated them like they were legit because everyone else was already invested. It was like chicken and egg.
All I'm telling you is in 2020, it only cost like 10 to 30K to get a jacket on Trippie in a video, a jacket, like all these people that might be like BC list celebs, right? Trippie was bigger back then, but like Cardi, you're talking like 10, 15. Travis Scott at the time was maybe 20K to get him to wear a jacket in the video.
To like
and then
pumping money.
Kim K and her crew, you're talking about 100 to 250K, right? So it's like to get a list like what they got right now in 2020, Iggy Azalea, Rich the Kid, all these people might have cost me like 250K as a batch. And then you're telling them they're going to be making money on the token. You could even get it cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard for an LA agency to do some dumb shit.
All I'm saying is you bring in these celebrities, the masses come in because they watch these people for 10 plus years, meet the Kardashians, Lamar and whoever the fuck he was with, all these different things, instances, people were eating that up as culture. And if you go talk to any girl or any guy today, that's the culture, right? Like all the NPC culture, it comes through all the Kardashians and shit, right? Then they bring this bitch into the White House and talk to Kamala Harris. You're telling me that's a fucking conspiracy? I'm sorry, but there is no such thing as coincidences.
I think that
who they bring into the White House?
Yeah, who went to the White House?
Miss Kardashian, the big booty girl.
Yeah, because she's worth $1 billion and she has a massive following, and
What
so
has
she
done for? She has done shit for government. Come on now. Come on. Why is she?
Wait, no, but
why,
that's the point.
why is
It's all
she brought in?
publicity, that's for sure.
It's just
Exactly,
publicity because
publicity.
Kamala Harris and the Biden White House are 800 years old, and they're like, "Oh, Kim Kardashian could
Yes.
help us," and Kim Kardashian's like,
Yes.
"Oh, I get invited into the White
Yes,
House and
yes,
get to
exactly.
legitimize myself." Right? But I didn't
Exactly.
just describe a conspiracy. Like, what are you talking about? I
You're
just
right. It's
described
not
a
a
basic.
conspiracy. Wait,
Yeah.
you just proved my point. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Let's do it. Okay, guys, it was a great space. Thanks for having you all.
Oh,
No,
dude.
but I want to ask, does this actually onboard people into the ecosystem, or does it just
I
keep
think-
them trapped within?
I think definitely that's why I'm saying like it's not a top signal. I don't know. Like the bottom signal was newspapers asking if Bitcoin is dead. Which, give it another few years, again, guys. The next time you see newspapers asking if crypto is dead, not financial advice, the bottom signal. But I think that this is like a green light, like racist. Like I think that this is like the all right, like to the wider retail market, non Web3 people. Hey guys, announcement, like engine starting, bull markets. It's on. Like that's more what it feels like to me. Because we haven't yet hit the part of the market which we've all noticed where like your normie friends are like asking you like, hey, like I downloaded Coinbase and I got some Ethereum. Is that a good idea? Right? Like that isn't happening yet. But I think that this is like a signal to them being like, oh, right, Bitcoin.
Yeah, I don't think this is a top
JRP,
signal at all.
I want to see what you have to say about this. You've been oddly quiet, and I know
Has been quiet.
you're too smart to be this quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what everybody's saying, to be honest. Like, I think it actually will bring in a lot of people. I think that these people, what they're doing is smart because they're just getting liquidity from people and they're making money. And that's all that a business is just to make money. Like, even if you fuck over someone, it doesn't really matter. I do think that it's going to come
You
back.
hear that, everyone?
It's true. Like, and it's unfortunate, but it's true. And I don't think it's going to be true forever. I think we'll get more regulation to like adjust some of the expectations that we have. But like, for example, I onboarded my sister's boyfriend onto Coinbase like 2 weeks ago. The first thing he bought was a shitcoin, and he was like, "Hey, it's because this is gonna moon." Like,
like
normies are the biggest degens. I'm tired of fucking saying it. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, Web 2, we need to be logical." No, man, people are greedy as fuck.
That's
They
what
want
attracted them
To
last
be
time.
rich.
They
Yeah.
bought
I like the way
Doge
you-
and shit.
I like the way you think, JRP.
and it's not like I don't disagree with it. I think it's like again, people are gonna get fucked over, just how people get fucked over for scamming on like emails when you click on a phishing link and you lose all your like money in your bank account because you needed to send money to a prince that I don't know, like XYZ, right? Like a lot of that already happens, and now we're just doing it in a way that is more entertaining for people. And like I know that there's people on this panel who are using that same logic to pump up their game and their entertainment for their users, which I think will work. Who I think will ultimately sustain it after the fact, I think, is those who figure out how to have token sinks. And if I buy Iggy Azalea token, can I like, this is like out of pocket, but like, can I get into like her OnlyFans at a 50% off because I hold the token?
She has
It's a good
OnlyFans?
idea. I hope is Iggy in here? Can we get her? She should hear this.
We were
Oh,
giving
no.
more
I thought she
ideas
was a
for
rapper.
the
Real
ideas.
But
quick.
look,
Shout out BB. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Yeah.
Doc, yeah, I agreed. Juan should be banned for that comment. But yes,
He should be.
bro, what rock have you been living under? Yeah,
Dude,
she's
I
like one of
I don't watch celebrities. I don't fuck with these people. They don't fuck with me.
what? Yeah, she has like one of the biggest OnlyFans in the world.
Hado doesn't watch any. He doesn't listen to any musicians' content unless they fuck with him.
Or unless
That's
their name is
his.
Kendrick
He's like
Lamar.
Beatles.
Unless
Paul
their name
never
is
called
Kendrick
me.
Lamar.
and so look, check this out. Like, what's going to end up happening is that these ecosystem publisher people that we're talking about are going to start onboarding these celebrities as a part of their like sponsors to bring in people to the games. Like, that's what's going to end up happening, and it's going to happen first with sports. Sports is going to be the first thing to go because people love betting on sports. They love like betting on people. And so we're going to see a lot of that. We've already seen a lot of it. I actually have an app on my phone called Hyped. If you all want to get in, let me know. And it's meant to trade meme coins. Like the owner of Hype created Mommy, which was a campaign for Mom's Day to onboard mommies onto his app. And so you can
Aw.
see here, like, I don't know if you can see, like, these are all meme coins that you can buy.
These are holdings.
No, I haven't bought.
Leaked. Leaked.
Hang on,
Wow,
it's getting too
Mom.
sweaty in here. I need to turn my AC on. I'll be right back, guys.
You know,
Hey,
there's like keyboard tab, Trump.
But let me tell you what I think. Let me tell you what I think, JRP. And I don't disagree with you at all. I mean, essentially, this is the people who are in the face of the people that are adopting this technology. We've had the ETF for ETH get approved. I think Cristiano Ronaldo, right, the most followed person on Instagram, recently released his 4th collection on Binance. But to me, it's just the money in the ecosystem that's just switching hands. I don't really think we're onboarding people. That's
Listen.
my thought for now.
that's true. You're
I
right
can tell
about
you
that.
we are onboarding people from not the way that we used to. It used to be like a big ass rush, right? But I talk to a lot of people, and like I'm always talking to people that don't remember the shit that I'm like, bro, this happened in 2021 with the NFTs. I'm like, well, I wasn't there. So we have been like quietly onboarding people. We're not seeing it yet because it always comes through the major exchanges and shit, right? Like it starts through the Coinbase. They have about a 3-month turnaround before they end up on CT. And then when they end up on CT, that's when all of a sudden we're going to see, well, I got rugged on Iggy or Mother token or whatever the fuck, right? What I will say, though, is this is how I know the marketers in Web3 gaming are fucking garbage, though. Because if I was marketing for a game, I would have tweeted at her and been like, so how about we give a slight discount for people to use your token in our game? And how many fucking people would have just gotten into my game?
Yep.
Like, you Web3 gaming marketers need to grow some fucking balls and stop being a bunch of pussies and do some cool, epic shit every now and then instead of being so boring, bro. Like, you guys should have had Iggy Azalea shaking ass to your fucking game like 2 days ago. Yes, maybe it's not the safest bet. Maybe it's not the coolest thing, but it would have been entertaining as fuck.
Yo, I did want to circle back to JRP's point real quick on sporting events. I want to piggy off of that with Ticketmaster. There's like this huge thing going on with Ticketmaster and like regulation and stuff. And what they're trying to do to combat that is they're pushing into like AVAX and the Solana ecosystem to like do all the infrastructure behind the ticketing system. So I do agree with you, JRP, on your points. I do see that a lot of like things are going to transition in that regard. I think there's like a whole lawsuit going on between like some fan that was tired of getting Proust gauged, and then also like Taylor Swift's involved. I think not the Rolling Stones. There's like another rock band that was involved. Can't remember the name of it, but like it's this whole thing going on, and there's like a bill they're trying to pass to alleviate all that. So I think it's interesting that they're now trying to go to blockchain to like do the ticketing system within Ticketmaster.
I mean, dude, that was one of the first one of the first NFT use cases people started talking about is concert tickets.
Yeah.
There is, I come
Rolling
from the music industry. There is actually a very interesting core flaw that needs to be solved. That actually is why NFTs don't align well with concert tickets. This is just a random little tidbit, but in concert tickets, you don't own them. There is a clause on every concert ticket you buy from Ticketmaster or anywhere else says that the venue, that Ticketmaster or the artist, the venue, whatever, has the right to revoke your ticket if they want to. That and it's critical for the legal side and the insurance side of events. If it rains or if you do something that that breaks the terms of service with the concert, they want to kick you. There's all sorts of reasons why legally they need to be they own it. You don't own it. And so that actually is like a deep mismatch with like the core idea of NFTs. It's totally solvable, but I think that that's one of the reasons why that like great early use case didn't always business clouds. Deep reason why that use case didn't just like catch on immediately. But look, Ticketmaster isn't the only one who should be tokenizing their backend. Literally every major internet payment infrastructure, anything company should put their backend on blockchain. They will save a massive amount of money. They will have way less of a chance of issues and failures. We all know this. It's why we're building.
Yeah,
and it's coming. They're going to do it because it will save them huge amounts of money. a few 100,000 people are probably involved in the New York Stock Exchange's core functioning. That shit could be a few smart contracts. Like it's coming. You know,
Are you advocating for mass job layoffs? What?
yes.
Gasp?
So, in the finance industry, yeah, fuck them all. Fucking
Oh,
extractors.
shit.
You kidding me?
Yo,
All
flip
of
that
them.
shit.
I
But I want to add on the fact
quote
that
me.
I think these like celebrities, KOLs, influencers, whatever you want to call them, will bring in people into an ecosystem. The ecosystem that can learn to trap as much of that value as possible to then sell that data / value to other people to bring them into their ecosystem as well is going to win. Like it's just a flywheel effect, right? And if you can prove that you can make that work, then you can just start selling people on integrating your solution, which is sign in with XYZ. If we sign in with Mon, sign in with Treasure, sign in with Gaiman, like you start being like having these network effects that is going to push the entire gaming space forward. And some people are going to win and some people are going to lose, but it's going to be based off a very like niche set of standards. Like one of them might just be like, we're full degen. One of them might just be like, we're full just pixel genre games. We're full of like mid-core games. We're just MMOs. Like someone's going to win. We just don't know what that looks like, but it's definitely going to happen. And it's going to influencers, celebrities are going to be a part of it. That's for sure.
Well said.
I have another conspiracy.
Oh,
Hit it.
it's not a conspiracy until it's fact.
I mean, why are these guys all on Soul? What if this is a
Because that's where the
larger-
shitcoin money is.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
What if-
Console, please.
What if this is a larger play from Soul, right? Tying that to what Mizzy said. What if Soul is in bed with the agencies and they're just trying to onboard people into their ecosystem?
Dude, don't make
Now
me
this boy
Solana,
knows.
maybe.
Now this man knows exactly where I was leading that shit. Thank you, Consul. You're
That I
fucking
like.
legend.
And what if those
Solana-
agencies have ties to the government? Crazy.
People don't understand how deeply ingrained Solana is in LA, bro. Like it's the LA of chains, you know? Like Ethereum's New York, Solana's LA. Just how it goes.
Wait, Ethereum is New York?
Yeah, bro. Have you ever
Where do you
gone?
think Vitalik got his first money?
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
know.
Wait, not even that.
Vitalik rolled into New York, went to all the private family offices, raised a shit ton of money for Ethereum, and that's why Ethereum's a security.
Yeah.
I didn't say that though.
Nah, even
Shit,
just
Jordan,
Don't worry,
got
the
some good hot
second-
takes today.
The secondary sales are all fine, but
Even
those
just on
initial
gas
people did buy an unregulated security.
even just on gas fees alone, though, have you ever driven from New York to New Jersey and back? It costs like
No.
$40.
It costs the same as it costs to mint an NFT
It's
on
the
ETH.
same shit. Like you leave New York, it's gonna cost you like $30-$40 just to get back into the city.
That's where
Well, I mean-
Vitalik had the idea. He paid the GW bridge toll. He paid the congestion pricing fee. By the time he was in Brooklyn, he's like, "Shit, proof of work. Let's go."
No, brother, I live in Texas, and if you drive for 7 hours, you're still in Texas. Okay, that's how Texas is. Welcome to
You
all
can
you
drive
people.
north in New York for 7 hours and still be in New York. It's a big state.
Because of the traffic.
No, it's just a gigantic place. We just pretend that most of it isn't part of it.
My man, Mr. Console stepped up.
Console's
today.
got
Let's go.
Yeah, right, beef, right, BB.
Right?
I think he lives right outside of New York. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Like you pay hella gas fees just going New York to New Jersey.
So that's why Ethereum came up with the term gas fees.
It's all coming together on business in gaming. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, bro. Like New York is Ethereum, Solana is LA. I agree with Consul's conspiracy. I'm not even against Hado's conspiracy, bro. Like, you know, things do get really weird when you're kicking it in LA. There's a reason I left that industry. You know, not all the conspiracies were conspiracies. There were
That's
also
why-
fuck shit out there.
That's why
But-
Kanye West said, "Please, no more parties in LA." That's why he said.
I
that.
mean, Look, the mental illness has something to do with a lot of that, right? But poor Kanye.
Hey.
Feel bad for that
I love
guy.
Kanye. I love Kanye West. He's like the Superman of autistic hood kids, and I'm an autistic hood kid.
You better buy his
Gotcha.
token. You better buy his token when it goes live.
Bro, I will
Yo.
show that shit to the moon.
Yo, what's up, Hoboken? Throw that up.
Got you.
There we go.
Hoboken,
Tri-state
no,
area. I got New York out my
Hoboken,
window.
no
right here.
joking. Let's fucking go.
Hoboken, no joking. It's not New York. It's not really New Jersey. It's Hoboken.
Yeah, it's his own thing, bro.
Looking forward, as we're ending off B.I.G, like, what do you all think that we can expect for the next like week as we come back? I personally think that we're gonna see a lot more of like these meme coins start to pop up. I actually think that we're around 6 months from getting games to launch that are actually hype, instead of right now getting one game a month that is like actually good. Would you even say that it's one game a month? But yeah, well,
I wouldn't say that it's 6 months.
I would say one game a quarter.
Yeah,
I would
What do you
say
think, Robin?
2 to 3 games a year, tops.
No, I say right now it's one game a quarter. I agree with you, JRP. I think we are going to see the frequency change. Listen,
Yeah,
there's
it's
this
gonna keep
one
up.
game that I cannot talk about, but God damn, it looks fucking good. And it is a Web3 game. And a lot of people had to play that shit under NDA. And that shit looks Web2 ready. Like, I'm not even going to fuck around. And like, we're talking a AAA Web2 ready type of title. And
Yo, I just asked Mizzy in private chat what game is he talking about. So
I mean,
Good
all
for
I'm gonna tell
everyone.
you, I'm gonna tell you guys is we're talking Avalanche blockchain. All right, so let your minds
don't
wander
fade
from there.
Avalanche. It's been quiet for a little bit, but they're cooking.
Yeah, so it was very, very confidence inducing. If this game was actually to just say fuck it and let everyone play, it would probably be the number one game of Web3 gaming, and it could make enough noise to attract some attention from Web2, in my opinion.
I have the same take with 9 Heroes if they add communications.
Yeah. But Nine Heroes is like, a lot of people are still gonna pull it's an Overwatch clone shit, and I love Nyan. You ask me what I think the best Web3 game is right now, it's Nyan.
Hey, it won't
What
be the
does it
first and it
matter
won't
that-
be the last. It won't be the first
I
and
have
it
a
won't be the
question, though.
last.
What the hell does it matter that it's an Overwatch clone? I play Overwatch. There's 12 people that play Overwatch, and we can yell about it all we want. It's like Fortnite. No one cared that Fortnite was a PUBG clone because Fortnite won, right? Like who
I agree,
How
but what
dare
I'm
you.
saying is
How
this
dare
game feels uniquely different. Like, it could be
cool. I'm pumped for it, whatever it is.
It could
He hasn't
be
told
like,
me in the chat.
you
by the
could
way.
you
He's
could
keeping it
compare
quiet.
it. You could compare it to a few other games, but the way that they're trying to bring everything together feels uniquely different. But
Awesome.
yeah, JRP. What I think we're gonna see is we're gonna see more celebrity meme coins. Meme coins aren't fucking going anywhere. I'm
No,
pushing
they're
a
the
narrative
best.
for gaming meme coins personally. I think these guys need to stop being wimps. And yes, I understand how detrimental it could be, but guess what? What's more detrimental? No one giving a fuck about you. So like, you kind of got to pick the lesser of two evils.
Bar.
Well, and couldn't you summarize like what you're saying about a lot of these gaming coins is basically like they're just meme coins because there's
But the
no
branding
utility, there's
isn't
nothing
there.
else.
The branding
Exactly,
isn't
like
there.
they should be just lean in and brand them and treat them like meme coins, and they might actually number might go up.
Yeah, it's just people talk about it, man. Like, everyone that I really talked to in the meme coin space played games anyways. We were all getting high playing games and aping meme coins in between lobbies. It's kind of like the culture. So, I mean, you are going to get a certain demographic of gamers. I don't know what the fucking number looks like, but somebody fuck around and find out, please. And I think we will probably see some sort of major Web2 brand make a meme coin at some point. And it's going to be fucking chaos. And I think it'll be fantastic. Personally.
Monad.
No, I mean a Web2 brand like Gucci or some shit. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
Like, man, I
Oh my
think
god,
it would
it'd
be
make so much
absolutely
freaking
chaotic.
money. It'd be insane if Gucci launched like $ Gucci.
Didn't McDonald's make some anime shit? I thought that was like NFT related. Am I wrong on that?
No, you're not
pretty
wrong.
sure.
It's just they faded it, you know.
Well,
that's the thing, is that like right now we're deciding like how much Web3 should a company be, like how much of a strategy
100% Web3.
And
Oh.
yeah, either you're 100% or you're kind of not, it feels like, right?
Yeah, I feel like people are going about it the wrong way. It's like, I think you have to create a unique Web3 department within your company if you're a Web2 builder.
And I think
let them cook, though, because these motherfuckers will make the department and then cut their balls off every chance they get, right? Like, Let them be fucking idiots. That's kind of what you need to do in Web3 right now. Like, we're in the caveman era. We're discovering fire type shit.
It's like the White House said they were looking for like a degen memer person, right? It's like they don't want that person. They're not gonna get like who if they get someone good, they won't let them post any of the shit they want to post, right? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Consul, because we cut you off, bro.
No, I agree with you. This week, I think Supercell made an investment in some Web3 studio. There's this, I don't know if it's called Sugartown. My memory is not really.
That's the Zynga game.
But that's the one which is tied to Take-Two. So definitely we're seeing investments starting to roll in as people test out this technology. That's interesting. Very interesting stuff, Mizzy. I was just nodding my head here.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, if I was a Web2 company, I'd be like, get me the grimiest motherfuckers in Web3 and let's put them on a roster and see. I don't even want to tell them what to do, right? Like NFT, meme coin, game. I don't know what we're going to do, guys, but let's get the grimiest, most in the trenches motherfuckers out there, put them in a room and see what they cook up from scratch, right? And all I got to do is write the check and make sure that regulations are in place, you know?
You gotta find a dude that's been in Twitter Spaces 24/7, 365, doing all this meme token shit.
I would hire like a scout to be like, all right, who's the most Web3 person I know that can start acting as a scout for this team and like get me the Avengers of Web3. Like that's what
of like meme degens. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Are you saying that we need scouts like the NFL and NBA does? For
if I was a Web2 company, that's what I would do, man.
That's
I would
No,
fucking
and
genius.
that's how I would talk about it to these degens. Be like, we're scouting you like pro athletes. That's what they want
That's
to
so
hear.
fucking genius because that's easy, relatable for all the regular athletes and all the other normies
facts.
that watch
Like,
this shit
yo,
every day.
if I was a Web2 company, I'd be like, I'm going to get a scout. I'd find the most Web3 native person I personally know in my Rolodex and be like, can I hire you to be my scout for like 3 months? Or find me someone better than you that can scout better than you, and I'll pay you too. And I would have him him or her put together a roster. Like, let's create a spreadsheet. Who's in NFTs? Who's in meme coins? Who's in DeFi? Who's in gaming? And get at least 2 or 3 from each of the genres. Sure, I'm going to pay a little bit of a premium up front, but guess what? I'm not going to fucking launch a failed project, right? So
But you already have Dr. Funk saying, I will scout for you.
and put them all in the room. Don't force your ideas on them because that's where Web2 fails. Because I've tried working with Web2 companies to bring it into Web3 in fashion before I decided to say, fuck that industry. And the problem is these motherfuckers impose their ideas on you. You're like, bro, this is some dinosaur age dog shit that no one's going to fuck with. So you can't impose your ideas on them, man. You got to let them run free. Like, you know, that one scene in fucking Wolf of Wall Street, Be Free. You know, it's got to be like that. Just let the artists run free.
Hell yeah.
So it's 4:03.
Yeah.
Maybe on dinosaur age dog shit. That's like a perfect little place to cut our space for the day.
I think there's obviously still so much to talk about, right? I think quickly planting the seed next week, I would love to talk about PackMoon and what they're doing with their validator system. I think it actually will be something that will push a lot of games to be a lot more upfront or at least socially engaged with their communities, which I'm really excited for. But again, thank you all for joining us. Obviously, the panelists, the guests, the people who are in the comments, like absolutely love it. We're going to continue bringing you, these big brains who are talking about the issues that are really needed to be talked about to push Web3 gaming forward. And we're going to be back every single week, 3 EST. I want to thank all of our panelists, Jordan as well for co-hosting. Any other thoughts?
I did such a thorough co-hosting job this week, guys.
Everybody does. Everybody's a co-host in reality, right? Yeah, and if you're an awesome,
love you all in the comments. Thank you for listening. Whoever's watching, thank you for looking at us.
Love you guys. Love all the
panelists. We'll see you soon.
Shout out JRP. Shout out Jordan. Welcome on as co-host, bro. And
yo, WBIG in the chat. Let's go.
What would Big do?
What?
What?
What would Big do? Oh no, that's WWBIG.
No, WBIG.
All right. On that note, I'm ending the stream. Later, guys.
Bye.
Later.